today definitely on the calmer side of things, especially in terms of thunderstorm activity. Unfortunately, those thunderstorms leading to a lot of the fire activity, which definitely is not on the calmer side. So throughout southern Oregon and northern California, we've essentially transitioned very well into fire season. And while we are well into fire season, we're continuing to see some at least warm temperatures today and tomorrow. Those temperatures, though, bumping right back out well above average as we head closer to the weekend itself. Now, we did have some thunderstorms. I'd say about a half dozen strikes of lightning in Lake County a little earlier this afternoon. And then by about the evening, as the sun started to set, a lot of that dissipating out. Some cumulus clouds east of the Cascades, not really amounting to a whole lot in terms of thunderstorm activity, which is good. We don't need any new fires, especially given how many that are out there. Smoky conditions expected to continue for areas, especially downwind of the fires. With a lot of the winds now out of the north, that does help in one way. We tend to see a little bit higher humidity with that. Winds typically aren't that strong. Still breezy in the afternoons, no doubt about that. High pressure pretty well in control, bringing us that change in overall conditions throughout the day. Basically a fancy way of saying your typical afternoon breezes, but not the highest of winds. Could get a little gusty in spots, but around the fires themselves, that's where you could see its own weather essentially develop, especially with hotter burning fires. So a combination of things going on. Still very dry, still very sunny, but the storms themselves moving out of the way. Warm, sunny, and dry for your Thursday. High pressure does start to move on in though, and as it does, it's going to continue to bring us very hot, sunny, and dry conditions. Temperatures which were slightly above average today and likely to be slightly above average tomorrow, bumping up 10 to 15 degrees above average as we head towards the weekend. By the way, this typically is one of the hotter parts of the year, so 10 to 15 degrees above the hottest part of the year. That's pretty hot. We're talking triple digits for an extended period of time for many of us. Let's go over the next 48 hours, and as we go through tonight into tomorrow, you can see some clouds developing. A little bit of a marine layer push is what we call it, just some of those lower level clouds. That does bring a bit of a mild day as we head into Thursday, and by mild I mean warm. Still actually hot for some, but just not as hot as what we expect Friday, for example, with clearing skies. That's sunny, that's hot, that's dry. High pressure really in control as we head towards the weekend, bumping those temperatures up by another 10 to 15 degrees compared to what we saw today. For the coast, clouds increasing, some fog in the morning, and then clearing out as the day goes on, going with mostly sunny skies in the afternoon. And the West Valleys tonight, mostly clear, some smoke closer to the fires themselves, or if you're south of the fires with a lot of the winds out of the north, I've got 93 degrees from Medford in the afternoon. And east of the Cascades, thunderstorm activity mostly drifting on out. Red flag warning has expired. 60s and 70s and some 80s for your high temperatures. I've got 88 for Klamath Falls. Your 7-day forecast very quickly heating up. Triple digits Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and going to hold on to that. That's the problem. Even though it's not 108, 110 record-breaking heat, it's still very hot for a very long period of time, and that'll continue into next week. For the Klamath Basin, 80s and 90s, maybe even some triple digits possible. That's an area that could see some new record high temperatures. Northern California, 90s and triple digits in the forecast, 103 or so as we head into early next week. Head on to the coast, mainly 60s, a little breezy at times, some fog, clouds in the mornings, sunnier skies in the afternoons.